Hi, my name is Dale Maley. Today I'd like to tell you about a fun little project that I just finished and a neat little background about this. My cousin's husband bought a cute little horse-drawn wagon. It was handmade by someone in the Fairbury, Illinois area somewhere 30 or 40 years ago. And I'm not sure how, but the little wagon got damaged. In fact, one of the wheels completely disintegrated. Now here's a photo of the damaged wagon that I took, and the wagon box has a dowel pin underneath, and it then drops down into the axle. So that part's okay, but as you can see, the one wheel completely disintegrated, and it had 12 of the 1/4 inch diameter oak dowels for spokes, and they all fell out. The rim down there also had a crack where it had separated as well. So I asked Google to show me a diagram of an exploded view of how the old wagon wheels were made, and I was a little bit surprised to find there are none. But I've watched several episodes where people actually make these wheels today, and I've studied them before. So I asked my Perplexity AI program to make a diagram, as shown here. It did pretty good, except it's got PIM segment, and that's supposed to be rim segment. Also, it didn't have any drilled holes in the outer rim pieces for the spokes to go into. But other than that, it's in the ballpark. So how did they assemble these? Well, they would install the spindles in that center hub first. Then they would take segmented pieces of the rim and push those onto the spindles as tight as they could. Then they heated up an iron rim, and then usually about 3 men are involved. Take it off the fire, take it over, set it down on the wheel, hit it with a hammer, make sure it's centered, pour some cold water on it, and when the iron shrinks as it cools, it tightens up the whole wheel assembly. The reason I know how these old wagon wheels were made is because I researched this a couple years ago when I built a hand-cranked Ferris wheel, as shown in the picture on the left. And to make the two rims there, I actually used the same technique of segmenting those into 6 different pieces. And then the 6 segments, I actually doweled and glued those together. So the assembly was the same as the old wheels. I pushed the dowels into the center hub first, then I pushed on the segmented 6 pieces, and then I took a iron steel clamp around that to clamp it all up. And I also had to slip the dowels in too on those segmented pieces, which was a little tricky, but it all worked out, as you can see on the picture on the left. Now on this broken model, the wheels were not made the same way as the old wagon wheels. And what the guy did, he took 1/4 inch diameter dowel spindles, about 1 inch long roughly. He pushed those into place, and he did try to put a little glue on the ends. But as we know, gluing on the end grain of wood is an inherently very weak joint. Also, since he pushed those in, that creates an outwards expanding pressure on that outer rim, which eventually will crack that outer rim, and that happened in this case. So I glued up the crack in the outer rim first. Then I decided to repair the broken wheel basically the same way the guy made it. And if any of the wheels break again, I'll just give up and make 4 new wheels more like the same way as the old guys did. So the dowels need to be held up about 1/8 of an inch from the back of the wheel, which centers them in that outer rim. So I need some way to do that. Also, there's 12 spindles, and there's 360 degrees in a circle, so that means the spindles are 30 degrees apart. I also need a way, how do I put those in the proper angular position when I install them? So I came up with the idea of designing a special fixture just to assemble and glue up the wheel. And what it is, I need an 1/8 inch thick spacer. That'll hold the dowels in the right up and down position. And then I printed out a paper pattern from my SketchUp drafting program and glued that on that piece. And that shows me the proper angular location to install the dowels. And then I tacked that little 1/8 inch thick piece onto just a scrap piece of 1x4 to hold it in place. So the next question was, how in the heck do I make an 1/8 inch thick wood spacer? Then I remembered I had a jig for the table saw that I sometimes use to thin very thin strips on the table saw. I thought, hey, that might work for this project, and I'm probably going to need to do a little trial and error to get exactly 1/8 thickness. So I set the table saw up. I set the blade height about 2 inches, and I'm going to saw a 1x4, so that gets me just past half of the 3.5 inches on a 1x4. Then I can flip it around, take 2 passes, and I'll end up hopefully with an 1/8 inch thick piece. So I set that jig up on my table saw, and it turned out to work really great. It took me 2 attempts at trial and error to get exactly an 1/8 inch thick, but all in all, it really worked very nice for this application. So using an artist brush, I put a little bit of Type Bond 2 glue on each end, and then I carefully pushed them in with my fingers, and I lined them up with a pattern, paper pattern. And then I also took the brush and I attempted to get more glue at the joints on the 2 ends as well. Then I wiped off the excess with a wet rag. I was a little nervous when I took it out of my jig after everything had dried to see if it would hold together, but it did. So I went and put it back on the wagon. The guy used a wood screw to screw it into the axle. And when I got done, I couldn't hardly tell which wheel I had repaired. Here's another photo of the entire wagon assembly after I installed the broken wheel, the repaired wheel I should say. So a few closing thoughts on this project. It was a fun little project. The fixture, design and making that fixture was the real key to repairing this wheel. And the table saw attachment for making thin slices like the 1/8 inch that I needed really worked very well. So in summary, this short video explains how to repair a broken wheel on an oak model wagon. Hopefully this video gives you some ideas that help you in your projects. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Thank you.